Hello there, you beautiful people. My name is Willow, and welcome back to Supreme Commander of Forged Alliance Forever, where today we are going to be casting ourselves a 5v5 on the Neuroxus map generator. So buckle in, it is going to be a high-rated 5v5, and we are going to be having a lot of fun. It is a relatively long replay, so grab your popcorn, grab your drink. If you're watching on a TV, relax, kick back on that couch, and today we're gonna have some good fav content. I know I've been a little bit AWOL for a little bit. I've started a new job. Shit happens, you know. So let's get into introducing it. I believe Team 1 is actually on the bottom today, so that's gonna be interesting. And we're gonna start from east and head west. So we're starting with the Cyan Seraphim by the name of Mosey going first land. Then we're gonna move up to the orange UEF going by the name of Wi-Fi, who has also decided to start first land. There he is, walking over to build more shit. Then we of course have the red UEF going first land by the name of Harzer99. And then after that we have ourselves a brown Seraphim by the name of Battlefront going first land. Then we have ourselves, last but not least for Team 1, a white Cybran by the name of Candy. Wait, no, wait, who the fuck is this? It says Candy King. Is that their name? It is Candy King. I don't know, I'm tripping out over the scoreboard and I'm just wrong. But he has gone first land. Then we're gonna move on to Team 2 going west to east. We have a gray Aeon best faction going by the name of Trith. Then we have ourselves a blue Aeon by the name of Euchre going first land. And then after that we have ourselves a gray Aeon going by the name of the Wheelie going first land. And then after that we have a yellow Aeon by the name of what's your name? This is Mazer Noob, right? Yeah, Mazer Noob going first land. Then we have ourselves a blue UEF, the only non-Aeon player for Team 2, and his name is going to be System Failure. And we already have a bit of stuff popping off over here. We have a Selene possibly going to pick up a kill onto an engineer. I do believe this engineer is going to die here. The Selene, of course, having the worst DPS of any of the labs. And no, he does not manage it. And the Selene proving it's just worse than having a lab. Yet again, Seraphim, that frail and poor damage utility early game going to come bite our good friend in the ass. I do believe that was a scout, a lab, a Selene out from Mosey. And then we have some more harassment going on. I'm having trouble finding where it is. It does seem as though there might be a... Yep, this is it. We do have a flare out from Mazer Noob, managing to get into the back line. Has picked up a singular kill. I believe that is even onto an engineer. Yep, that engineer right there. So that is going to be a victory for the Flare and a loss for the Selene. We have a Mantis pushing forward, getting destroyed by the Superior Aurora. And that is going to be the end of that. A little bit of aggression out from Candy King. As I said, very high rated match, 94% balanced with an average rating between these teams of nearly 2,000. So these teams are going to be showcasing the best of Mapgen, and it's going to be amazing. We have ourselves System Failure and Mosey starting to fire shots into each other with their various comms. The Seraphim comm versus the UEF comm. I'm pretty sure the UEF comm does have more health, so overall in a straight up trade, Mosey will be at a disadvantage. But overall, Mosey has more units here to help him at the moment. System Failure has a large group of units behind him, but they are not quite at the front lines yet. Over here on the northern side of things, we have the comms of both Candy King and Trith going at it, firing some shots into each other, but that's going to result in little to nothing in the form of combat superiority. Mosey is now working their way forward with more units, but there are still a lot of units out of system failure to try and help deal with Mosey, but Mosey getting some reinforcements from Wi-Fi as system failure having some units trickle in from Mazer Noob. System failure falling down to 5,600 health, not a very healthy point to be on your comm so early. Mosey and system failure spawning very close to each other. It's going to be a constant fight until one of these two players wins it. The players next to them, their allies, need to really pitch in and try and help deal with their opposing enemies, the opponents. They need to fight, they need to punch each other in the face and figure out who's gonna win there. Speed and range on the way for Battlefront. Meanwhile, Mazer Noob getting range on the comm, but it is paused, so it's going to be a little bit before we see that finishing up. It is now unpaused. I do think range is gonna finish up for Mazer Noob well before speed and range finishes up for Battlefront, but in general, a pretty even early game, not much going on, nobody getting a massive advantage just yet. Attempted run by system failure is going to result in nothing but a system of failure, as these units are going to be mowed down by the defending Seraphim units out from Mosey. And he is going to be having a bad day as he loses so many strikers and Lobos to this force. The Zooies even putting in a little bit of work, getting some kills. You can see some Zooie fire landing on Lobos. Never a good thing to see, but in the end, it's just going to result in system failure losing a lot of units and dumping a lot of mass right outside the base of Mosey. That might be something that can bite him in the ass, especially if Mosey can manage to get a production lead over his mirror opponent. And I keep on putting the minimap in the wrong place. I was messing around with that before this cast started. By the way, I am live on Twitch, FBN _Willow's Duality. That is my name on Twitch. Go ahead and check me out. Give me a follow over there. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider liking and subscribing. We're getting dangerously close to 1,000 subscribers, and once that happens, I will be one very happy faffer. So go ahead and check out that red button that is underneath the video playing right now, and you may be able to make my day. We have ourselves Mazer Noob pushing forward with that range upgrade. I do not believe, nope, he did not manage to get speed just yet, but range is a powerful upgrade for the Aeon Commander. You have the upgrades separated for a reason, and you can use that range upgrade and get the upgrade a lot faster and be able to just throw shots at range pretty easily. But Mosey has managed to finish up damage and range on his GOM, or speed and range on his GOM. Damage and range on the way for system failure. We're gonna have to see if that can come online in a timely manner. We have some Aurora showing up, getting bombed by a Scorcher. A couple of Aurora gonna go down to that Scorcher bomber, but overall Mazer Noob's just going to have to fall back to his reinforcements. A lot of reclaim going on. Looking here at the 7-minute mark, overall reclaims, team 2 slightly behind as team 1 is slightly ahead on reclaim. Remember, team 1 down here in the south, team 2 at the top. It's a bit confusing. Most maps it's the other way around, but the team in the south is definitely winning this so far on the reclaim front, but overall mass generated is very similar. Team 2 in fact ahead on overall mass generation. It does seem that over here in the north it's going very well for the predominantly Aeon team. Team 2 managing to make inroads in the north. In the south, it's still a bit of a stalemate, but I would say Mosey has a kind of an upper hand despite Mazer Noob showing up with his range comm. It is going to look like system failure might be in a bit of trouble here as Mosey walks forward. Mosey has the health advantage, so this damage and range upgrade is going to not be enough if it's just a straight up duel. And Mosey's going to keep firing. He's going to be able to kill off that point defense, but it is going to stall him possibly just long enough for system failure to eke out the upgrade finishing. It's going to be done here in about 7 seconds. In the middle, we have range on the way for the wheelie, and in the far north, we still have Lucre and Battlefront dueling it out as the overwhelming production out from Trith producing so many Aurora. It's going to be difficult for the, even with Zeus bombers, it's going to be difficult for Candy King to get a foothold over here in the north. He's working on speed and range. That is a start, but it may not be enough. Lucre having speed and range done is going to give a lot of power to this northern side. Mosey is pushing forward. System failure has finished his upgrade and is throwing shots into these units, but he's just kind of struggling. Gonna go for another run by. I don't know if this is going to be successful. It does not seem like he has the production or the economy to keep up with his opponent at the moment. Mosey sitting on 27 mass a second versus 21 for system failure, and Mosey just seeming to be able to field more units more quickly. So that is going to be a significant blow to Team 2. Team 2 is at the top. Yep, Team 2 is at the top. This is just going to be really, really weird to go on. Team North and Team South is what we're going with now. Team North going to be having a bit of trouble in this southern side. Mosey getting aggressive with the comm and his units. Going to be bringing System Failure down into the red very shortly if System Failure does not come up with something to defend his comm. We have 3,000 health on System Failure and dipping even lower. Is he gonna be able to get out of this? I do not know. He's down to about 1,500 HP. He needs to start running away quickly. Overcharge lands, taking out another couple hundred health, and System Failure will be our first player ejected this game. I have no idea if this game is indeed played with full share. We will find out in just a second. And in fact, full share is indeed on. So all of this is going to be going to the highest scoring player for Team 2. And Team 2 is now going to be transferring that all over to Mazernoob. It went to Trith, and Trith decided to give it to Mazernoob. Mazernoob gonna need to try and fight off Mosey. Mosey did lose a lot of spam there, though, but Wi-Fi coming in with the flank is going to be able to get a lot of damage down onto the comm of Mazernoob, who's at 1 veterancy. He needs to start getting a bit more veterancy if he wants this to keep on working out in his favor. He has more units building as fast as he can. He has nothing on the field to protect him right now, and Mazernoob now under threat of dying himself, down to 4,000 HP and going to be falling very soon. Needs to get an overcharge right here into the thick of those units, but I don't think he's going to be able to manage it. 1,000 health, 600, 400, 200. He is dead, and Mazernoob goes down. Who is the base going to go to? It's probably going to go back to Trith. Trith's going to need to shift, drag, select, and throw all of this probably into the hands of the Wheelie, who has a decent amount of spam. And yes, the Wheelie gets the entire base of both of his allies. This area down here, I think, is pretty much forfeit. He's gonna have trouble with that. We have some gunships, some Spectre gunships now out from the Wheelie. Mosey is in trouble if those do come down. I do not see a way for Mosey to defend this other than these interceptors. Do we have enough interceptors out from the Wheelie to deal with this? We do. We even have Swift Winds out. The Wheelie having an overwhelming air advantage at the moment. We don't see any kind of air, and of course with a team full of Aeons, it's very easy for the air to go very hard in the direction of the Aeon player, as you get the Swift Wind, which is the more cost-effective fighter of all of the fighters out there. Statistically, it's not the best. If you just look at them on paper, it does look like the Janus is possibly the best fighter, but you have to take into account the turning circles and the speed and agility of these units, and the Swift Wind is like a mini ASF. It won't fight ASF properly, but it will do a lot better than interceptors. And we have the Spectres coming out, throwing a lot of damage down. I would like to see these Spectres start trying to get aggressive, get some damage done. A lot of interceptors now coming out from Wi-Fi to try and deal with the Spectres, but the Swift Winds need to get involved right now. They need to start whittling down these interceptor numbers. They need to kill off the interceptors as quick as possible. Let these Spectres have free reign over the map, and that is exactly what's happening as the Wheelie, with so much to manage, still managing to keep his Spectres alive against the enemy interceptor force. Luker even coming down with his own interceptor force to try and help out. Here in the middle, we're having a bit of trouble with holding. It does look like Battlefront is going to start getting some ground back. Battlefront coming up, helping out Candy King with his comm and his forces, trying to make sure this northern side does not snowball too hard, as the southern side has snowballed ridiculously hard for Team South. Team North now with some Spectres out from the Wheelie, trying to kill off Mosey. Mosey going to need to do some sick dodging and pray that his allies have enough interceptors to take down those Spectres. There's still 5 Spectres left. The T1AA is going to be doing a little bit, but it won't be enough. There's a ton of units built up here. T2 land now finished up for the Wheelie. He is producing, or was producing, T2 units. We have Obsidians coming out on the field. The Obsidian extremely strong for a T2 unit, able to take so much damage and deal it out with that giant alpha damage cannon on its person, I guess, is how I'll go about that. But with these 2 players ejected now, the mass total generation is still massively higher for Team 2. producing almost 75,000, and Team 2, remember, is Team North. Team North down to a 2,300, a 2,100, and a 1,600 versus Team 1 having all of their players, Team South having all of their players. It is a question you have to ask yourself: is it worth it for your team to have all of your mass and eco condensed down into one player, or is it more worth your time and effort to have everybody spending their mass at their own? There is an argument for both sides, but right now the Wheelie has an overwhelming economic advantage. The only player over 200 mass a second, and honestly the only player consistently over 100 at the moment. Wi-Fi is starting to get there, but is not quite at 100 mass a second, and the Wheelie is consistently over 200 mass a second, with 221 coming in every single second. And this is going to be a very, very hard fight for both Wi-Fi and Mosey now, as Mosey with the aggression managing to pick up 2 kills. He is working on an upgrade. He's currently working on T2 to try and get up some PD to try and stop the Wheelie from taking this area back. But the Wheelie with his comm, he has the shield upgrade, he has sensors, and he has range. I always get, everybody bitches at me when I get sensors, but sensors is a good fucking upgrade. Fuck off. Like, why'd you get sensors instead of speed? Fuck you. Sensors is good. The Wheelie, a 2,300 rated player, gets sensors. Fuck off. I'm gonna defend myself on this one. I also enjoy sensors, and of course with sensors you can see this entire circle right here is complete omni. You cannot sneak anything within that circle. And of course that intel can be very useful. Your comm will never be unable to fire at something. As long as there is something in range, that comm will see it and will shoot it. As the air game unfolds, we have T3 air finished up for Luker. Do we have T3 air for anybody else on the map? I don't see T3 air finished up for Harzer or for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi working on that T3 air upgrade, but now a strap bomber has entered the field. Let's see if Luker can get any meaningful damage done with this strap bomber. Let's go ahead and zoom in, see exactly what's gonna go on. We're gonna do free camera, so the mini map will be a little bit useless. But nope, the Shocker, seemingly in a shocking turn of events, the Shocker is not going to be playing very aggressively, just running back to the base at the moment, as we have a consolidation of power. Team 2, Northern team, has managed to stabilize with the Wheelie holding half of the map, at least, well, more like a quarter of the map, but holding so much mass and eco. He is the front runner. He has T3 air now as well. Another turn of events that I didn't point out quite earlier was a T3 land factory has finished up. That is in the hands of Battlefront, so Battlefront can start spamming out those Othams, and those T3 sniper bots going to be able to get that range advantage, or just opt for the Othams with their great DPS. I don't see T3 land finished up for anybody else. The only other person I would maybe suspect it from is going to be the Wheelie, or up here we could possibly see some T3. And we do have T3 land actually finished up for Trith, so Trith doing quite well for himself. 1,600 rated, one of the lowest, actually the lowest rated player in the game, and he has been dominating this north side, really showing up when it counts, being one of the pillars his team can rely on. And of course, there's not many of those left, as it is now a 3v5, of course. The Wheelie, and both the Wheelie and Luker are the 2 highest rated players in the game, so they are going to be able to hopefully pull a little bit more weight than the little bit more weight that is needed, but it is overall... Damn it, Grimplex, you're fucking up my cast. Go away. Just kidding, love you. Either way, the Wheelie is over here holding 3 bases. We have Luker and Trith now on this side of the map, doing quite well in the north. We have a couple of strap bombers now coming out to deal damage towards Candy King. And Candy King is going to be going... Oh no, the shield blocked it. He was going for the T2 PD, but the T1 AA and the interceptors managing to shoot down the 2 strat bombers that flew overhead. Then we have ourselves a large push with T3 units out now from Battlefront. Going to be able to get some inroads towards the opposing bases with those T3 units. Going to be trying to use his technological advantage as a cudgel to beat the shit out of his opponent, which is Trith and Lucre. Lucre not really focused on the ground game, but does have a lot of air. He can possibly get up some of those, what are they called? I should know this. It's like restorers. I wanted to say revenants for some reason. Some restorer gunships be able to deal with this. There are some T3 mobile anti-air, but that is not much to deal with. Especially if you have a strat bomber or two, can definitely throw that at the problem. And the air advantage for Team North is seemingly dwindling a little bit. We do have an air advantage, but it looks like these ASF are going to come in and possibly win the fight now for Harzer. Harzer going to be able to get a little bit of an advantage. He has more ASF here at the moment, and it does seem like he's going to win this, but we have some swift winds and other air units showing up now for the wheelie. Only 3 ASF remaining, and more ASF are constantly being produced by Lucre, and that's going to leave Harzer in a disadvantage on the air game now. He had more ASF when that started, but you are fighting right over the production for Lucre, and Lucre is going to be able to produce a lot of ASF very quickly. The wheelie having some trouble here in the middle. Harbinger's coming out to try and deal with these Othams, but not quite able to deal with it at the moment, and a bunch of units out from Battlefront are going to start causing trouble, but it is going to be held. The T3 units dissipate, the Ilshavas will die to the point defense, and this is going to be a hold out from the wheelie. Gonna need to rebuild some mass extractors and possibly some of those T3 land support factories. This factory was not a T3 HQ. Where is his T3 HQ? It is down here, and we have multiple T3 factories now producing units out for the wheelie now. We're getting to that stage of the game where people can possibly go for an experimental if they so decide. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out, see if anybody starts up an experimental. Certain players, of course, gonna be economically challenged for going for such an expensive endeavor, but other players in this match have more than enough eco to throw together a Monkey Lord or a Fat Boy. GC even. The wheelie could possibly get out of GC, but I don't know if that would be worth it, as he is currently having to hold out against 3 different opposing players and going to be having a bit of trouble on that front. JK, please, no spoiling. I will ban you. Like, no spoils. The spoils of war are not for me. All right. Here we go. We have a bit of an arty standoff. Both sides over here producing miasmas and clink hammers. And I think that Wi-Fi is going to lose this as Harbingers and a large T2, T1 force shows up for the wheelie to try and just beat back Wi-Fi, stop him from this weird kind of Lobo creep he was trying to do. And he is going to be forced off this position. All of the Lobos will die. The wheelie not overextending with his forces, just moving up enough to deal with that fire base. It looks like Wi-Fi was trying to get rid of the T3 HQ, but it wasn't quite enough as more asylums keep on popping out, driving everybody crazy. Those team's average rating should be 1600, not 1900. Grimplex, can you stop shitting on people better than you? Grimplex, don't even. I know I've been gone for a while, but I know you ain't no 2,000 players, so don't even. They've proven it. They have more internet points. You have to have more internet points to be better at FAF. Don't you know? That's the entire rule. Only person better in here is the wheelie. You're such a salty person, Grimplex. I love it. You're like a year's supply of salt for free. It's great. Sodium Man. down in the south. The Wheelie is starting to make inroads. He has heavy shield now. I believe that is the icon for heavy shield on the comm, and it is indeed. So he has heavy shield, that extra 25,000 hit points that regenerate very quickly. Going to be extremely useful for the Gray Aeon as he continues to push forward. A couple of strap bombs coming out, going to be dropping bombs near Mosey, not quite hitting the mark. Strap bomb's gonna have to fall back as Wi-Fi comes in with his own ASF. Some strap bombs out from Wi-Fi trying to deal with this force, but there's so many asylums just making it very difficult to get any meaningful damage down onto the force out from the Wheelie. The Wheelie continuing to push forward and show the power that Aeon is the right faction to play if you want to win games. He is not even bothering to go for the... Oh wow, these aren't miasmas, these are clink hammers. Wow, I'm stupid. I'm gonna get grilled in the comments for that. We need a superior caster, thanks. Alright. Alright. Okay, everybody. YouTube people, I know this pause is annoying, but I have to do something with my chat. Grimplexer. Alright, there we go. There we go. Don't worry about it, everybody. Everything will be fine, I promise. Grimplex is just in timeout for the next 10 minutes. Also, hi, Atrocious Coffee. Thank you for dropping a comment in the chat, dropping a message in the chat. Down here in the south, the Wheelie's still making progress. This is the only movement we're seeing on the map. Over here, we can see Candyman has managed to get himself a bit of a foothold that's more further forward, but now is in an artillery war, which is never fun. The Wheelie continuing to push forward. Only 10,000 HP left on that shield. Gonna need to be a bit careful with that. And Mosey forced underneath his T2 PD, but that, or T2 shield, and trying to use PD and units to protect himself, but does not look like it's gonna be quite enough. Strap bombers coming in for the Wheelie, who continues to just plow damage into this base that Mosey has. Mosey now in an irrecoverable position. Looks like he's going to be taken out here at the 23-minute mark. There's T3 units. There is so much damage being poured into this comm right now. I don't see a way for him to survive this and keep on going. So after the atrocious first 10 minutes of this game, the Wheelie has managed to pull it back, managing to get himself up and into the position to where now he can kill off Mosey most likely, and even look to kill off more, managing to turn this southern flank around. They're having already war with me. Yeah, artillery wars. Okay, never mind. Mosey isn't going to die because the Wheelie doesn't feel like killing him, which is valid. I can't wait until that 10 minutes is up and Grimplex comes back like, yeah, I can't believe you timed me out, mean caster. It's gonna be so great. Alright, so Mosey continues to fire shots into these armies, but this is going to be very difficult for Team South to deal with. We have some T3 units, some Percivals now coming out from Harzer to try and help with this southern flank. Here in the central area, it looks like there might be an advantage for Team South, but they are fighting against a heavily entrenched Wheelie with all of these point defense set up. Not going to be able to get too much ground there as long as there's at least some number of T3 units defending. As all of the mexes for Mosey are pretty much dead now. There's one more left, and it's got a very short lease on life. It did not renew its lease, and we're gonna have to see if it is it gonna live. It better not live. Just one more shot. Yep. Okay. Now the Mosey has officially lost all of his mass extractors. Yeah. I don't know why I'm singing about that, but the Mosey knocked down a peg after securing 2 kills. Well, him and, of course, Wi-Fi. Joint cooperation to secure those 2 kills. But now we have ourselves a impasse where Mosey is going to have to try and come back into this game. The wheelie in a strong position, in a exceptionally strong position, in fact, going to be able to kind of take the reins on this game. Team South needs to find a way to gain some ground against the wheelie. We have both Battlefront and Harzer trying to push into this fortified position, not really working out for them. Not really going particularly well. The artillery war continues to be waged between both Trith, Candyman, and Battlefront. This 2-on-1 arty war is, Trith is holding his own, but I don't know how long he can do so. Going to be a lot more resources going into this than he has to spare. Nano repair now on the way for Mosey, going to be finishing up relatively soon. He does have a couple of mexes back here, so I guess I was lying. He does still have mexes, but his economy extremely crippled by that push out from the wheelie. I would not be surprised to see the wheelie pull his comm back really far. He does have that shield upgrade, but a snipe is a snipe, and right now you are playing the game of numbers. There are more comms for the enemy team, so if it comes down to a snipe versus counter snipe situation, you definitely need to baby your comm a little bit more than the opponents. But what do I know? The wheelie is literally twice as good as me, if not more than that, so you know. Percival's pushing forward for Mosey. Of course, gifted over by Harzer. Harzer giving over those Percivals to try and help out this southern flank. Wi-Fi with the comm. Does have shield on the comm, an extra 19,000 hit points, and is Vet 4. The wheelie at Vet 4 as well. I don't know if any player has managed to get Vet 5. Vet 5 is actually done for Mosey. Mosey trying to get advanced nano repair, trying to become a homeless man with a gun, which we have seen be extremely successful, but I don't know if it's been going to be so successful against T3 armies. A experimental has finished up now. It is going to be a chicken for Battlefront, going to be able to use that to get some ground over here in the north. I'm sure that Battlefront is hoping this will be the thing he needs to be able to break this position out from the wheelie and maybe get into the back line, deal some damage to the economies. But a Galactic Colossus finishing up for the wheelie at the same time, and the Galactic Colossus can beat a chicken if microed properly. Strap Bomber out for Harzer, not going to find much purchase, but is going to drop a bomb or two. As both Battlefront and Candy King are now over here. The artillery wars seem to have subsided. They've managed to kill off all of the... I guess there's a lot of mobile artillery, so the artillery wars continue. But we have a bunch of trebuchets, the superior siege engine, versus Serenities, the boot and scoot artillery of the game. Boot, scoot, buggy. I think you're about to get crushed, honestly. I don't know why the other team hasn't sent T3 army your way to clear up left. Yeah, Trith in a bit of a bad spot, to be honest, with the experimentals here and all of the T3 units. Trith in a very difficult situation. We have... Apparently we do have less in the center, is what Harzer believes. I'm not sure... With the GC, yeah, probably. It does look like the chicken's being redirected up towards Trith's comm. Trith having that double gun and double shield upgrade. Is a very tanky comm at 3 vet with 25,000 health on the shield. Is it going to be enough to keep him alive? I'm not sure. We, of course, have Athana Oz over here trying to protect the chicken, give it some more HP kind of artificially. Those mobile T3 shield generators with 10,000 shields each can definitely absorb a lot of damage. Do we have a second chicken on the way or any other experimentals for Team South? I'm not seeing any. Splash now on the way. Homeless man with a gun is Mosey's entire plan for the rest of the game. And with Splash and all of these upgrades, I don't know, maybe he will be able to get some significant damage done to this army in the south. But the wheelie is putting up a strong front everywhere. There is no weak side from the looks of it.
as many units come through. We have at the 30-minute mark, and as these units fight each other, the GC trying to micro away from those death balls the chicken spits out, and is down to about 50,000 HP. The chicken is going to be able to throw a lot of damage into this. Control shift, one control shift. Alright, here we go. We have the free camera. It's going to be a fight to the death as they fucking they hit each other's chests. Is it going to be enough? The GC falls to the knees and hits the ground right in front of the chicken. And the chicken then falls, and that is going to be the story of the day. More weather for you at 6 with Bob. So now we went from having 2 experimentals on the field to having none, but a GC already about to finish again for the wheelie, and a line of GCs now being queued up. He's going to be producing the most colossus of factories in the back line back there, as the wheelie has crested over 65,000 reclaim, the highest in the game. Overall reclaims, it is going to be Team 2 in the lead. North Team doing quite well. Overall, economically, we're looking at 700 mass a second for the wheelie. We're getting into that range where if he wants to increase his economy anymore, he's going to very soon have to start building RAS support commanders in order to be able to get more economy on the field. But I'm pretty sure the wheelie is quickly approaching unit cap. It's starting to look like the wheelie might be at unit cap very soon, in which case that would be very terrible. I don't know what are the settings for a unit cap in this game. Share unit cap at death, so he has a much higher unit cap than he normally would, so maybe he's not even close to his unit cap, as he is of course getting the unit cap of his 2 dead allies are being split between the 3 of them, and that's going to give them all an inflated unit cap. Trith starting to lose ground very hard up here in the north. The artillery war has gone poorly for him, and that is going to be dangerous. Mosey walking forward with the comm. He has managed to get splash, advanced nano, and gun speed and range. He's going to be dealing a hell of a lot of damage. Let's just be honest here. He is a 5-vet comm with 20,000 mass killed, and he is going to start pushing with the forces of Harzer on this central area. But there's still a ton of units out for the wheelie to try and help defend against this. We have a Monkey Lord completing. I'm not sure how impactful that can be, but we could see it come up here and just kind of kill off the base of Trith. Trith not quite in the same position as Mosey. He's not Seraphim, so he cannot pull off Homeless Man with a gun quite as well. Wi-Fi has now finished up. I would assume would be a Fat Boy. Yes, a Fat Boy has finished up for him, and we have Strap Bombers coming in to deal some damage to Mosey, but Mosey with that 250 health a second, gonna be able to deal a lot of damage, or gonna be able to heal a lot of damage. A GC on the way. Mosey may be strong, but I do not think he is strong enough to be able to deal with a GC or the Restorer spam coming in. Mosey going to be taken down if nothing shows up to support him. He's trying to make his way over to this T2 shield generator, but the Restorer's dealing so much damage. The air fight going horribly for Team South as Harzer is getting his ASF decimated, and of course we have ourselves the ASFs of the wheelie to contend with. Luker fighting the air battle by himself, and these Restorers also able to deal a lot of air-to-air damage. And with that, we're going to be seeing Mosey ejected here at the 32-minute mark. The first loss of a player for Team South. And all of his base is going to be transferred over to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi now with the Fat Boy is starting to look a little bit like an impending doom situation. We do have a chicken showing up. The chicken will be able to deal quite a bit of damage and possibly even kill off the GC, but we'll have to keep an eye on this front as the wheelie makes inroads onto this side of the map. We have the Fervor Forest over here as a GC shows up from Luker. Experimentals being completed left and right. Another GC is finished up for the wheelie. The wheelie producing so many experimental units so quickly. Luker also into the realm of producing experimental units just because he has the economy. And the GC pushing forward. Trith has been a rock for Team North up here in the north. He's managed to just constantly be able to hold out against the combined efforts of Candy King and Battlefront. Candy King now in under threat as the GC comes in. Candy King going to be ejected here very soon if he cannot get a way out of here, and I don't believe he's going to be able to. So Candy King is down, Battlefront possibly soon to follow, and Team South is starting to capitulate. They're starting to fall apart here. It crossed 30 minutes and they've managed to get their shit kicked in pretty fucking hard, if I do say so myself, as more and more ground is being lost. The Wheelie just using his economic advantage as a cudgel to beat over the head of every player over here on Team South. Battlefront trying to run away. He's trying to use his chicken as a sacrificial lamb to get his comm away. I don't know if it's going to work. The GC is going to need to focus on the comm if he wants to get this kill, but the chicken gonna kill off that GC. Oh, maybe not. No, the GC is gonna go down, but yet again, it's gonna be a GC traded for a chicken, and there's a lot more GCs on the field than there are chickens. As the chicken goes down, it's going to be this overwhelming force of T1, T2, and T3 units out from the Wheelie, continuing to push into the base of, well, now at this point, Battlefront. I was gonna say Candy King, but Battlefront is just over here dying. We have Harzer over here, still a strong point for the team. He has a lot of Percivals being produced at any given time. We also have a lot of Percivals coming out from Wi-Fi, but I'm just not sure it's gonna be enough. It just seems like the snowball is rolling and it's gonna be one hell of a thing to stop. It's a fucking boulder at this point coming down the side of a mountain. You have a ton of T1 PD now spammed up over here. Spearheads trying to get some damage on any units passing by. Fat Boy over here also going to be able to help deal with these T3 armies, but the GCs, they can just walk at them and possibly be able to kill off the Fat Boys. I'd like to see some more experimental focus, get out some more Fat Boys if possible, but we have a nuke launcher completed now for Wi-Fi. Do we have an anti-nuke for the Wheelie? That is the person we really need to check on. Does he have an anti-nuke? We're here into the T3 structures, and it does not look like he has one unless it's way over here. Oh, what does the anti-nuke even look like? He has an anti-nuke. Does he have multiple? No, he has one anti-nuke there. There might be an anti-nuke down here in the south, but it's not Aeon if it does exist. He has an anti-nuke. Does Luker have an anti-nuke? Probably. He could hit Trith, but Trith is not the issue at the moment. We are getting to that stage of the game where if neither team can manage to win it with their armies, it's going to be coming down to those standoff tactics, those T3 artillery. We have multiple Zars being produced. It looks like the Wheelie is deciding, I don't want to play the artillery game. We have the air advantage. I'm going to use pancakes to murder you. I hope you like breakfast, because here I come, motherfucker. Family-friendly Willow casts. Those don't exist. We have Fat Boy over here. Looks like it was... Is that Harzer's Fat Boy, or was that just gifted over by our illustrious southern player by the name of Wi-Fi? I do think that was gifted over. I don't think that was just a naturally occurring Fat Boy built by Harzer, because there's not a Fat Boy wreck over here. And I don't see the Fat Boy out from Wi-Fi anymore. Trith starting to push forward, starting to gain more ground, starting to get more economy underneath his proverbial belt. Of course, Aeon playing giant mech. I don't think they wear belts. They wear like skin suits or something. Not suits made of skin, but like Zero suit. They're like Samus. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard, okay? The pancakes are being cooked at a phenomenal rate. Wheelie now up to almost 1,000 mass a second, and I don't think he has gone for the route of getting up. Well, he's over 1,000 mass a second at certain times. but I don't think he's going on the route of RAS support comms just yet. We have a emissary on... We have 2 emissaries on the way for Lucre. Why are you building 2 at the same time? Like, I get it, you're fucking rich, but come on, not that rich. The wheelie may be that rich, but you're not that rich, Lucre. You're only 600 mass. That's pennies for the wheelie. The wheelie now, of course, producing a Tsar. The second Tsar will finish up momentarily. We have double Tsars, double pancakes of doom, now completed for the wheelie. Is he just going to use this? Is he just going to fly it in over the base of Harzer or Wi-Fi and call it a day? Or is he going to play this a bit more slowly? Stay tuned to find out. More GCs coming to the front every single minute, it would seem. Lots of GCs have been produced this game. 1, 2... How many GCs are alive right now? I'm seeing 2. The wheelies come, still just out here, enjoying life. Wi-Fi, now in a strong economic position. Wi-Fi currently over 500 mass a second. Harzer getting to around 400 mass a second relatively soon. Or actually, maybe not. He might have all of his mechs as T3. Battlefront, the lowest economy player in the game as of the moment, and he's even at 267. Trith, never mind. Trith might be slightly lower economy, but that won't last for long as he continues to expand in the corpse of Candyman. We have double Tsars now over here. Gonna be trying to produce issue. The wave of Percivals out from Harzer may not be enough. The GC could be focused down. I don't know if the Percivals will be able to deal enough damage if they are not focusing on the GC, but then again you have Tsars and Restorers and all of this horrible, horrible stuff, which is going to absolutely murder the heathens, because we all know Aeon is the best faction, and I think this showcases it. We have some of the best players in FAF. We have all of these high-rated players, and which faction wins? Which team wins? The team with Aeon, of course. And that is indicative of Aeon being the best faction. I keep on saying they're gonna win, but I have a feeling that there's gonna be some kind of throw. So like I'm hedging my bets. I just have to. I gotta take the wins while I'm ahead. And until I'm proven otherwise, Aeon is the best faction because the best players in the game are all picking it. At least in this one instance. Actually, they were all probably random, and like 2 or 3 of them were like, oh, god damn it, I'm Aeon. But still. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, please consider liking and subscribing. If you're watching on Twitch, consider doing that oh so lovely thing. If you are subscribed to Amazon Prime, you have something called Prime Gaming, which is where you can take $2.50 from Jeff Bezos, the man who launched himself on a dick into space. You can use your Amazon Prime subscription for Prime Gaming to subscribe to any channel for free, and that gives that person $2.50. And you need to do it right now, because every second that you don't subscribe with Twitch Prime, you are losing money for me. You can also go to Patreon if you're on YouTube. Fuck you, pay me is my policy now. Alright, GC just casually walking in to the base of Battlefront. Battlefront, not too happy about it, but is respecting the GC's personal space as he runs the fuck away. I feel like these Tsars could just be pancaked over one of the bases. Like, pancake it over whichever player you think is the strongest. We have one nuke done. Is he gonna try and build up enough, like, Janus or something to kill off the anti-nuke that's, like, right... Where even is it? It's, like, right here. Give me some inches. Okay. More units constantly flowing in from both Trith, or mainly just from Trith, into this base. The defense for Team South has managed to be pretty decent. Of course, it is now a 3v3 with Mosey and Candy King, Mazer Noob and System Failure being knocked out of the game. It is now a 3v3. So we have even footing if you just ignore the economies. We have a lot of restorers down here in the south going for a snipe attempt onto Wi-Fi. I don't think it will be successful. There's a ton of ASF here, but I just don't see it being successful. I think there's enough ground to air anti-air. We have Cougars. They are, of course, in the south because the Cougars flew south for the winter. If you don't get that joke, go watch my FAF co-op campaign series, which I should probably do again, but with better results. But you know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Will they? Won't they? Shall they? Shan't they? All that. All right. So now we have the Fat Boys pushing forward. 2 Fat Boys for Harzer. Going to be able to throw out death and freedom very long ranges, much like America. The anti-nuke is right here. It's right here. It has 2 loaded, so why are we still playing? Why not? Says Trith. You're overflowing it to me anyways, Kappa. Trith unable to spend his money, apparently, which is a problem. It's a good problem to have, you know. Most people, they're living paycheck to paycheck, but not Trith. Trith has got money to spare. Is the wheelie spending all of his money? Wow. Wow. He's using 50,000 power. He's using it. He's just like, yeah. He's also managing to not overflow with over 1,000 mass a second. The man has production for days. I'm surprised he's not at unit cap, though. It does feel like he is close or may hit it. That's a lot of strap bombers. That's a lot of Janus, too. They're going for the anti-nuke. No, don't do this to me! I was talking about how... Fuck. Aeon's the best faction, and the UEF are gonna win. Damn! Where is this nuke going? Going back here to where the emissaries are? Damn it. Well... This is happening. How's everybody doing in chat today? If you're in Twitch chat, tell me how your day went. The nuclear explosion's gonna happen right now, and we're not gonna talk about it. System Failure is enjoying himself with the in-game chat. The beautiful explosion does happen. Now, as bad as that may be, they like that didn't actually like massively impact the economies of these players. Bigger dick, smaller dick. Wait, what was that about the emissaries? Oh, it's gone now. Biggest dick. Oh, there's a Paragon on the way. Does he have an anti-nuke built now? Oh wait, there was a second nuke loaded. There was a second nuke almost loaded. Oh wait, no, the emissaries killed off the No, the emissaries killed off the Stone Ager. I don't know why I'm saying no. I was like kind of low-key rooting for the Aeon team, but the emissaries managed to save the Paragon. Oh my word. How long till Paragon done? I mean, this Paragon's building remarkably quickly. Oh my god, the game isn't over, everybody. We're 43 minutes in. Both sides still have a chance. but right now it's definitely looking like the wheelie has a upper hand for the moment. The wheelie managing to drag his team kicking and screaming into the game where he wants to win. Luker's actually been really useful. Trith has also just been kind of a punching bag. Trith has been punched. Every player in this game who is still alive has played very, very well, okay? Don't give them shit. The players who died in the beginning, a little bit sus. Mazer Noob, system failure, a little bit sus. Candy King, a little bit sus too. Mosey did do very well and then became a homeless man with a gun who died to a GC and restorers. Overall, everybody in this game's a good player. They made some people made some silly mistakes early on, but that happens to everybody. I would have been the first one dead in this match if I was in it. So you know, as it goes. Carry on, my wayward son. There will be peace when you are something. I don't know what that next word is. It gone or done? Okay. So, Luker sending mass to the wheelie. 7,000 mass. That Paragon's gonna finish. That Paragon's gonna... Oh my god, the Paragon's gonna finish. Okay then. You don't get to see this in very many games, but this is a Paragon becoming fully erected. This is one erect Paragon. Oh wait, I can make another thumbnail like the one I made the other day. I can do the smiley face again. Welcome back, Grimplex. Wait, did that take away your moderator? 1 second. Everybody on YouTube, like and subscribe. No, he is a moderator still. What? Okay. I will never forgive you. You will. You will. You will forgive me. Okay. How do what? Okay. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Oh wow, I'm using a display capture. That's improper. Okay, well I fixed that. I'm gonna have to go edit in YouTube now. If you're watching on YouTube, just fuck it. There will be some amount of... I'm going to follow the Duelist instead now, Kappa. Dude, you already follow the Duelist. I already know you do. Don't lie to me. Everybody follows the Duelist. The Duelist is way better than I am at all this shit. I get told every day how good the Duelist is. Come on. Alright. He actually gives a fuck about FAF. I don't. I'm here for the funny memes. Alright, here we go. Miasmas gonna be flinging their goopiness everywhere. That's 4 Zars. I give it 4 out of 5 Zars. You're the best caster? I don't think so. I think Guile is the best caster, and he's proved it by being the best caster for the longest time. Like, I'm man enough to admit... Hype Squad! What's up, Yuri Slavic? Good to see you, fam. So glad to see the Hype Squad showing up. If you do not know who the Hype Squad are, fbngaming.com. Alright. He did not cast me, so he's bad. Do you submit anything to him? Like, come on. I mean, you don't even submit good games to me. The only time I've casted you is when Icy Nightmare has sent me a game that you're in. Alright, now that I'm just at the point where I'm shit talking, like, we're far enough into the YouTube video. If you've watched this long, you want to see how it ends. So I can just shit talk with chat the entire time. But my skill alone should put me on a Guile cast. Why don't you do stuff that Gaia likes, like calm drop bases in a high-level game and win somehow? Or come close to winning? Grimplex is the most entitled person in all of my fan base, and I love it. But you need to calm drop, and it needs to, well, I will play dual gap and that. No, that's not what I meant. Why the hell? What the fuck is this shit? It's fucking pancake day. You know what? This is gonna be the thumbnail. Fucking pancake supreme. You're saying I deserve to be in a Guile cast. It's Guile's channel. He can cast whoever the fuck he wants. That's entitlement. Don't fight me on this. Why? Why are there so many pancakes? What is with the pancake? Is there a pancake party that I wasn't told about? Trith even over here. I'm gonna build pancakes. Luker. Not building pancakes, it's just the wheelie building like 1,000 pancakes. I know it's because they have a Paragon and they can just kind of afford to build pancakes, but why the pancakes? Their Maver will be ready in 3 minutes. Oh, they do have a Maver. Wait, are they building? Are both sides building a Maver? I'm so confused. System failure says their Maver will be ready in 3 minutes. Where is the Maver? We do have UEF tech still, because this factory has managed to survive all of this. System failure still. Oh wait, system failure was on this team, so he's talking about their Maver. Okay. I deserve to be casted on every FAF channel that ever existed. Prove me wrong. See? I'm just saying you're entitled. Luker has a salvation in the back. Yeah, he just finished it. It was building a little bit ago. But yeah, we have salvations. The Maver is not long for this world. Honestly, the wheelie could end this just by sending all of his Zars on top of enemy comms. He could just literally fall damage the game to end. Oh my god! How many Zars does one need? I love this. This is thumb-baitable as fuck. Thumb-baitable. That's... I don't masturbate. I thumb-bait. I'm just gonna put, like... this is gonna be the thumbnail. One of these screens where I'm just looking at all the Zars. And I'm just gonna put Independence Day as the name. In like, some stupid-ass text. Is nearly building another behind it. Yeah, the salvation is not what I'm worried about. The salvation isn't going to end the game. What's going to end the game is the fact that Wheelie is going to have 50 Zars in about 3 minutes. Can we just drop Zars on their faces? That's what I'm saying. He's playing with his food. I got a screen full of Zars right up in my pocket. If you know what song I'm referencing, you watched a really good movie. That's all I have to say. Boomer song? Is that a Boomer song? Isn't fucking Wolf of Wall Street? It's MythLab Zozo sticker. Oh no, it's been on my mind for a bit. I can't unsee you as a boomer now. Okay, whatever. You can see me as whatever the fuck you want. You think I care about your opinion, Grimplex? Okay, we have Zars falling. Oh my jeez. the beauty of this image can no longer be told. That you can't beat this. This is just the best. Feels like a survival game. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I love it. This feels like a survival game and the AI is winning. Yeah, the Wheelie has decided that this game is going to end the way he wanted it to end. And there's a dead Tsar that's gonna fall on top of a Maver. This is why I come here, for the quality content. Oh my god. We're gonna zoom out a little bit. This has made my day, by the way. Aeon, this is Aeon to the extreme, and I love it. Holy shit. Man, I don't have words. It's too beautiful. It's too damn beautiful. Words cannot describe how amazing this is. Also, in case you were curious, 500,000 mass on the screen right now. Thanks, Trith, for pointing that out in the past. You're helping out casters all everywhere. So, Harzer is dead, because that's a relevant thing to point out. Oh my god, there's more! There's just more! It's just a never-ending... We got, like, fields of Zarfire. Okay, we're gonna speed this up because I respect everybody's time, and actually speeding it up did nothing. We have more Zars coming in. And yeah, I'd like to say thank you to my patrons, Timothy Calderwood, Sergeant Civilis, and Nogthar, and Mutant Gene Pool, and Icy Nightmare. Yeah, I'm just gonna say them all because I don't want to miss anybody. I may have missed somebody, but I'm not sure. Idle Betazoid also is a Patreon. So thank you to my Patrons. That bit's over. If you liked it, please like. If you didn't like it, dislike it, damn it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Jesus, that's a lot of dead pancakes. And yeah, I'm just doing all of my outro now, and for the next few minutes, I will silently let you watch this Tsar porn. And Salvation, you know, just firing casually. Let's, like, we have a Tsar graveyard. just look at this image and tell me that you thought, tell me that this is a, like, if I just showed you this image and I said, this was a game played by on average, 1,900 rated players, I bet you wouldn't believe me. You'd say, oh no, it ends way before that. That's the beautifulness of FAF. Alright. The game refuses to end because the wheelie wants to kill literally everything. Except for the comms. Or, yeah, like, literally there's just Wi-Fi sitting here like, yep, hi, how's it going, Wi-Fi? Wheelie is over here making them suffer. I guess I'm not the best player, Luker. This is a normal strategy employed by the wheelie, spamming Zars as his day job. I'm gonna watch more. Isn't the wheelie farm slut? Like, it's old farm slut? Which is, what, eco whore? Eco whore in, like, Swedish or something? Okay, so this is farm slut. I don't remember farm slut being a Zar spammer. I just remember him being an eco whore, which his name used to be very, very, astute and correct, but now he's the wheelie, which is less cool. He's from the Netherlands. Oh, well, he's a cool dude, at least as far as his FAF play. I don't know if he's actually a cool dude. He could be a dick, but if you're watching this farm slut, you know, join my Discord, talk to me. You seem like you know a lot about FAF. You can tell me how bad I am and I'll actually listen to you, because I don't listen to Grimplex anymore because he just thinks everybody's bad. Wi-Fi is, I'm surprised they haven't Control K'd yet. Most players Control K by now. Let's just sit here and see how many Zars we're gonna get. I kind of want to look at the statistics for this game, not gonna lie. I love how Farm Slut is like trying to make his teammates win the game. Oh, there we go. There's the death of Wi-Fi. The wheelie kills him. Attack move Zars really don't like ACUs. Oh, he's just attack moving them. Oh, that's true. He is literally just attack moving them. Okay, and that's Battlefront dead. That's the end of this amazing game. This is just an image. This is just an image, and I love that it exists. Alright. End replay. Let's go ahead and look at the statistics. I haven't done this before, but fuck it. If you watch this long, I'm sure you want to know. Alright. Screw the graph, it's fucking pointless. Oh yeah, look, the wheelie did really well. This gives you no fucking information. Okay, score. Useless. Kills. Kills and mass value. Damn. Damn, he killed over 1 million mass worth of shit. And he built 4 million mass worth of shit. And he lost 2 million mass worth of shit. That's ridiculous. Units. He killed three commanders. 1,077 land units. 638 air units. 902 structures. Experimentals. Holy shit. Wi-Fi killing off 26 Zars. When mods don't get mentioned at the end of the video, time to pay for mod. No, mods don't get mentioned. Grimplex, you know, if you really want to be mentioned at the end of a video, just fucking get on the Patreon. Either way, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. If you're on Twitch, subscribe with Twitch Prime. You have a beautiful blah, 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 blah. We're good.